I'm tired of putting on this wig, taking all these pills. Tired of my friends telling me, sorry that you're ill, cancer sucks. It takes a lot to get up each day, put on my brain.
Good Sunday morning, 4/8/2018, approximately 8:35, according to my clock that keeps messing up here.
It's a damn good thing that I'm not really feeling all that bad. I only had a little chance of losing all my hair, but it happened.
Sorry to do that to you folks. Had to restart my clock. So it is 8:35 in the good old state of Montana. I am doing a short, quick update for you folks on my cancer. Obviously, it's just telling you what the process is going to be this next week before they even start probably pumping chemical in me. I don't know when they will be pumping the trial chemicals in me to see if they can do anything for me or not. But this coming Monday, which is tomorrow, which is the 9th of 4/9/2018, they go back into my chest and they put my port back in. The port is put in so they don't have to give me an IV every time I turn around to get the medicine put in me, or what I call the poison put in me to try to shrink or make the cancers go away. When they say that the cancer was inoperable, that means they can't surgically go in and take it out and then do chemo to clean up what's there if there's any residual left. Since they have to leave them in, they just have to see if they can shrink them and make them deteriorate away and make the cells try to go away. Let's hope that's what happens, so it can prolong the amount of life that I have left. I'm not saying that to be scary to people or anything like that. It's just a fact of, you know, what's going on. Then after they get that port put in, I'm still probably going to be having to hurry up and wait, folks, because what they're going to do is they're going to have a roundtable meeting, like I was saying in one of my videos, a roundtable meeting where they will discuss how they're going to their plan of attack and what type of cocktail of poison that they're going to put into me to try to start shrinking the cancers. Now, with that being said, they're talking about possibly using radiation along with it, which I'm assuming that's what's really going to happen. They're going to probably use some radiation. But I'm assuming, now please understand that word, assume, as we all know, and I'm saying that for a reason, because I don't know. I'm just guessing when it comes to this. After they get their roundtable meeting done, and if they do come up with a plan of attack, it's not going to be an immediate thing to get me right in to start pumping me full of stuff. It's probably going to be the following Monday from this coming Wednesday. This coming Wednesday will be the 11th. Okay, the 11th, 4/11/2018. Okay, that's the roundtable meeting. Okay, it's going to take them a couple days to get everything put into action, so they can get me the appointment for that. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be on Mondays. And the reason why I say that on Mondays, and sorry folks, I'm going to do this one more time. I apologize. I've got a clock that's giving me fits, and I'm just trying to get it to work. I got to, hopefully, I can figure it out and fix it later, but I just try this real quick. But anyway, with that being said, it'll take them time to be able to set up appointments. I hope they can set them up on doing them on Mondays, because that's when my wife has the day off, and then she's able to babysit me. Let me say this right. Babysit this old man and be able to drive him around after I get my appointments, because obviously whatever cocktail that they decide to mix and put into me is going to be a pretty healthy cocktail, depending on what my blood workup says, because they have to test your blood every time before they pump the stuff into you, see if your body's going to be able to tolerate it. So we'll figure that out. I know all this from the last time that they did chemotherapy on me, and I beat that particular one, but like you said, it had to come back at a different spot. So with all this being said, hopefully not this Monday, tomorrow, the following Monday, which I'm sorry, folks, I don't know what date that is. Let me see if this will tell me. The following Monday would be the 16th. Hopefully on the 16th I can start my infusions. Now I hope they decide they want to try to start them earlier once they figure out this process of what they're going to mix together and what they want to try. Now there is some experimental drugs that they are definitely interested. My oncologist is wanting to try. He has done a lot of research on these particular drugs, and he says they've got really tremendously high success rates with them so far. And that's not saying they'll work for me, because everybody's different. We know that. Nobody's the same on treatments like this. So we don't know. But aggressive as we can be without knocking me completely on my butt and killing me, that's what we need to do. They know it, and I know it. The sooner we can get this under control, the better, if we can get it under control. And like I said, I'm a stubborn Christian boy out of a Christian family that believes that through God, that God will guide these doctors to do the right thing, to get the right stuff put in me, to take care of this cancer, and I can get a lot of years down the road before the Lord decides to take me. So I'm putting the faith in God to use the doctors to do their job correctly. Let me put it back that way. So stubborn as I am, I'm going to fight this, and if we have to move on to another drug because it doesn't work, we're going to keep doing this until either they kill me with the stuff or they fix me with the stuff, because I need this. The technology from when my dad passed away from cancer was quite a few years ago. The technology has increased 100-fold. Their research, their capabilities, their knowledge, the type of drugs that they are using are so much safer today, and so much better quality drugs. And they just plain honestly do their jobs better. They've got different things that can, at the cell level, do a lot of things. So let's hope that I can get through this first stages, because I'm still on pins and needles. I'm sorry to say that I'm still an anxiety freaking person. So yes, I will say, like we were saying, the real McCoy Piper, when he talks about anxiety, I've been there for a while. I'm on the anxiety medication. I apologize that I have to say this. I want to give him a shout out that I know what he's going through, and I'm going through it. This cancer has heightened my anxiety attacks, and the, how do you say it? The anxiety, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. It's just like post-stress syndrome, but it's anxiety. And boy, when it hits, you know it. So I take my medication for that every day. And I don't want to take the medication, please don't get me wrong. but it helps calm me down to get through these days of what can happen. I'm so stubborn that I am saying that it's going to be cured. But nobody can tell you that in the back of your mind there isn't that little bug sitting there chewing away, eating, going, this could really happen. Something could really go wrong. We understand that, so that puts you on pins and needles and on edge to the point where you're kind of scared to be out there in society, or even scared to do these videos like I'm doing, or there's things that continue on. So when Todd talked about that, he was right on it about his social media side of it and the anxieties of other things, of getting out there in public with people. Yeah, I'm a public person. Yeah, you can tell I love to ramble and carry on. But there's a side of me when things start building up in your mind and start picking on you. Yeah, it's there, and you can't control it. You cannot control it. And Todd, I understand where you're coming from. This video is also for you, the real McCoy Piper. I mean, you got to understand that, Todd. That I understand wholeheartedly that the stress, the anxiety is there, and sometimes we can control it a little bit, but most of the time it's a daily fight. Even though, yeah, you see me on here doing videos and rambling, because I'm not face to face with people. That's a little bit that helps me. I love people, don't get me wrong, and I love this community. I love you, everybody out here, and I love talking to you voice to voice, face to face. I love that. But there's some days that I have difficulties with it because of the anxiety side of it. I can break down and bawl like a little baby like you won't believe because of it. And I'm not saying that to say there's anything good, bad, or indifferent about it. That's just the way it is. So like I said, tomorrow, the 9th, the 11th of this month, and then hopefully the 16th. Now I'm hoping between the 11th and the 16th that they will try to go ahead and do a first, do the blood test and do the first infusion, as we call it. That's the reason why they're putting the port back in, so I don't have to have an IV every time. They just stick the needle in a port that's in my chest, that's permanently there, sewn in. That way they don't have to tear me up every time, because I have really bad problems with my veins. They're real valvy. They're real hard to get started. They're real hard to get blood out of. So they can take the blood out of the port to do my testing, and then also use the port to put the cocktail, the infusion stuff into me through the port, which will be a sewn-in permanent port until they decide to take it out if this works or doesn't work. So this next week is going to be a very, very large, huge week for me. So with all of that being said, please pray for me. Please keep me in your mind and support and well wishes. I don't mind everybody that does videos and tell other people to support me. Please pass the word around, because the power of I'm going to go on my religious side first, please. The power of prayer through God, we can accomplish anything. God's will can, through all of this, take care of me and cure me. I know that. Okay? Your support for me through your videos, through your comments, uplift my spirits. Let me put it that way, let you guys know this. With uplifting my spirits that uplifts my soul, that gets me through the days to not dwell on it to a evil point or a bad point that, oh, I'm just going to die. Okay? And I'm not, like I said in previous videos, I'm not giving up. And I mean, I am so, I don't know how to say this without being a little vulgar, but I'm bound and determined to fight this like there's no other fight on earth. I'm going to fight this tooth and nail. I know I'm repeating what I said in my one video, but I want to make the point known and stress the point. But the only way that I can fight this is not just me. It takes family, friends, and loved ones, however you want to put this. And this YouTube community is that you are friends, family, and loved ones. And I'm not bull crapping anybody when I say you are my loved ones. Every one of you. I've got some special ones of you guys, and you know who you are because we've been talking back and forth the last few days, that I appreciate your concern and you're just about every day, not every day, but just about every day, you ask how I'm doing. And when people ask through this community of YouTube and the Pipe Club community, ask how I'm doing, that uplifts my spirits tremendously. And with that uplifting of my spirits, that gets me through the days. And I'm going to mention one guy. I have to mention this guy. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I've got some good friends that I talk to voice by phone and stuff like that every day through this community that are just awesome. They take care of me. Now, this particular person hasn't given me his phone number or his information. And if he wants to, that's fine. I would love to give him my email address so he can talk to me in other aspects. But that's up to him. You know, I'm not trying to force him to do anything. But I will say this. The Sergeant Savinelli, please, I hope you guys watched this video long enough to understand that the Sergeant Savinelli has stepped up to the plate to support me in a manner just through his little ditties and saying shout outs to me and asking me on his videos. He doesn't even, I mean, he's talking about some other subject, like he does his little shorts every day. His daily little rant shorts, whatever. The one this morning, which was fantastic. I loved it, and I gave him my opinion. So hopefully people aren't disgusted with my opinion, but I gave him an honest opinion. But he also asked me through that, how was I doing today? How am I making it? Is everything okay? That means something to me. So, Sarge, I know I said thank you in the comments and stuff several times, but thank you for your support. And it's like John Matches 867. He's the same way. They physically ask and say, hey, how are you doing? Is there anything we can do for you? You know, that means something to me. That gets me through every day. I mean, that tremendously helps. So anybody and everybody, please pass the word around. Please tell people to watch my videos. This will make my third one in a series of this videos that I'm making, because I'm going to make as many as I can, and I will number them 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, because I want a running history of this, because eventually, for posterity purposes and what if purposes, will have these videos in my computer that can be downloaded on disk or whatever this is not because I'm thinking I'm dying. Don't get me wrong. I just want a running history of this to say, here's what I went through and I beat it. That's why I'm doing it. I'm stubborn. I'm saying it that way. I'm going to have a running history of this so that I can say I beat this cancer. And this is what I went through to get there. And with the support of these people from this community and the community around the world and the other communities that I'm subscribed to, I've made it and I survived it. So real quick here, I want to say this. Housekeeping is my free hand. I am going to smoke one again today. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm going to. This is my free hand. I don't know who, like I said there again, I don't know who made it. It's a neat little pipe, clean pipe. I had to restore the top of it, obviously. But the rustication on this is just fantastic. I love it. It smokes so well. It's a pipe that I don't understand. It smokes so well that it smokes itself. Now, I am smoking straight Cavendish in it. I want to try it because I never have smoked just a straight Cavendish. No mixture, no nothing, no topping, nothing. It's just a Stutliff Cavendish. So I'm going to try that and get off here, people. I will light it real quick for you on film. I know I've been on here almost 22 minutes. And folks, this Cavendish, the first char light, because I like the first char lights on most of mine because that gives me a different perspective of flavors. And then when I relight it and I get about an eighth to a quarter into it, that starts to tell me what it really is going to taste like. But I do get impressions off the char light. So please understand that. That's where I get flavor off of this stuff. I get my opinions off the stuff. And folks, I like that. It's got a clean, to me, mild taste to it, being a Cavendish. I know I bought this Cavendish for mixing purposes, to mix with Virginia Cavendish and some Perique and Latakia, to try to make my own Frogmorton and a few other ones, because I'm serious. I miss my Frogmorton. I haven't smoked all of what I've got. I only bought 2 100-gram tins, and they'll be gone, you know, a few months down the road, and then I'll be crying about that. But like we say, we don't need to cry about it. We just need to continue on and find stuff that is close enough to take the place of the ones that we're crying about. So, with all that said, please support me. Please keep me in your mind and your prayers. Please, let me stress that. Prayers, prayers, prayers. I come out of a minister's home. I believe through God, which directs and guides doctors. That's my belief, and that's biblically sound. Luke was a doctor, one of the disciples. Luke was a doctor. So God uses doctors to do his work. That's not saying he can't just do it himself. God can do anything. But through the doctors in today's society, he can accomplish anything. So I'm going to beat this. I keep saying this. So hopefully by the 16th, they will have my first infusion going, whatever type that it's going to be. So with all this being said, I will get off here so I can get this posted for you folks. And I hope you watch it through. I know it's 25 minutes of a video, and I know it's long, but please get through it, because I need you to watch it completely to understand me and my stubbornness, and I need you YouTube people as my family and my own personal true family to support me in this, to get me through this. So you guys have a good left of this Sunday going into the first part of the week, so we can have a gorgeous week and everything goes okay for me, and my anticipation level hopefully will start settling down somewhat so I can get through this. Like I said, Todd, the real McCoy Piper, I understand. I'm right there with you. I'm glad you're going the way you are with your channel. Don't stop the smoking. We understand that. Don't stop the, slow down on the reviews and all that stuff. I understand that. But your story and your journey with your illness or your syndrome or whatever you want to call it is important to teach people to understand and see the signs of it, and not just tell people, oh, it's all in your mind, you can get over it. We could probably control it, but it's still there and it's not going away. We're going to have our bad days and we're going to have our good days. We understand that. Todd understands that big time with his capability of doing what he's doing. That's the reason why he's changing his direction and going the way he is with it. Because when he started talking about that, I went, oh my God, I understand, because I am there. Okay? I go through the same problems that he does. So with all that being said, keep us all in your mind. Everyone that's having problems and are trying to get through this. This YouTube community stands behind everybody and supports them. And I appreciate the support. So let's keep this community going and keep the support going for all of us. Problems or not, we need to support every one of us. But the ones that do have problems and are going through things, yes, we need to support them a little bit more and give them our well wishes to keep their spirits up to get through this stuff. Like I said, my bound and determination that I'm not dying, I'm going to live for the rest of my life. My wife will I should say maybe pass away before I do this, the way that I am so stubborn about this. So with that being said, I will get off here, and like I said, hopefully this next week will get me closer to get the treatments going, and then I will post and keep everybody going as we go through this, as I go through this. I will keep everybody abreast of what's going on. So thank you, and I've been on here too long, so have a good day and a good start of your week. Thank you.
I'm tired of putting on this wig, taking all these pills. Tired of my friends telling me, sorry that you're ill, cancer sucks. Well, it takes a lot to get up each day, put on my brave face. That's the cards that I've been dealt. This is what I say, cancer sucks. Cancer sucks. I'm tired of people looking at me misty-eyed and sad. It's a damn good thing that I'm not really feeling all that bad. I only had a little chance of losing all my hair. But it happened to me anyway, which really isn't fair. Cancer sucks.